Gord, happier with the effort today rather than yesterday?
It was incrementally better. It wasn't where we totally need to be. I was really impressed by the way Rochester came out to start the game based on what their travel was, and probably got here 3-ish or so in the morning, and boy, they were on their toes. And I thought we matched it. We're just our execution wasn't great in the first period, and that was probably the difference in the game being as close as it was up to that point. So, but definitely as the game went on, our effort level increased, and I think they got tired, and we scored some timely goals.
Part of it taking advantage of the fact that tired, sure, but taking advantage of the fact that you've got some folks that can bring some speed to it.
Yeah, that's what our team's pretty well built around now, is our team speed, and once we started driving pucks deep on them and not accepting checks and spinning off them, then that's when our shot total increased. And give their goalie credit, he made some big saves for them and kept it close, but I think in the end they just wore down.
Yeah, looking at the play of William Nylander coming along, scores that goal, looked far more comfortable today maybe than he's looked lately.
Yeah, and the back-to-back has been a bit of a challenge for him in the past, and I threw a little challenge at him there before the game, just to see how he'd respond to it. And I thought these two games were probably, if not the best, two of the best since he's been here.
Obviously, it didn't have much of an impact on the game, but that Levo goal, was that one of the nicer empty netters you've ever seen?
Yeah, it was. All about effort, and it sure made me feel good to see that go in, just as hard as they were pressing.
Gordon, you got Christopher Gibson now 3 starts in a row. It's obviously a change in pattern. Should we assume he's the number one with all the importance of these games now?
Well, I wouldn't classify him as our number one. I think they're both still have played quality hockey for us. But as of late, Christopher's been hotter, and his one-loss record as of late has been better than Beeb's. So we're riding him for the moment, and not to say that Antoine's a guy that we won't rely on at some point, but right now we're just going with Gibby.
Gord, you guys now move into a playoff tie for the 8th spot with the Hamilton Bulldogs. Obviously, a lot more teams in action tonight. Is there going to be a lot of scoreboard watching tonight between you and the rest of the staff, and how good does it feel to see the team that's pushed this far now?
Yeah, we were just talking about it in the back there, that it seems like it's been about 5 weeks where we've been within that reaching point of 2 to 4 points, and when we get to that point, we maybe lose a game here that would distance us again, and you look at the other teams in our division and conference, and nobody's really eating it up right now, and we're doing our part while our one-loss record's been very good, certainly in the last 15 games. So, that's what we have to do, is just take care of it ourselves, and hopefully, the rest of the league sort of sorts itself out.
Power play played twice today for first time all year. How does that feel? Is that sort of a weight off the shoulders for you guys?
For sure. Derek King's worked really diligently in trying to find the right chemistry with our group, and some of our guys that we've relied on to be strong in our power play all year are starting to execute what we want them to do, and we're not so regimented that they can't improvise, and Derek realizes that as a former power play guy himself, that you got to allow guys to go out there and be creative, and they're starting to do that.